Hello and welcome to Half Price Reviews. I'm John.
I'm Alex.
And today we're going to be looking at the top 5 Tait songs.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. Take a ride around the sun. If you wanna glimmer with me, your light shimmer with me.
And welcome back. So, who is Michael Tait? Everyone knows Michael Tate.
Michael Tate. Everybody knows Michael Tate. Thank you, Michael. Great job.
He spent over a decade with Christian hip-hop, rock, pop group DC Talk. And then he came out with a couple solo albums. And then he joined a ginormous Christian rock group, the Newsboys. He took over the lead vocals. He has been with them since then. He's got a nice resume. Today, we're gonna be taking a look at our favorite 5 songs from his solo career. So I don't know Alex's list. His list doesn't know mine. Our lists have never introduced themselves to each other. What is that?
It's like a phone, but it's thinner.
Caveman Alex over here. Well, who wants to go first?
Oh.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
Me.
You.
Superman.
Oh yeah, sometimes the coasters stick to the bottom
Yeah,
of the
that
cup
definitely just
and
like
then
hit
it
me right
falls
in
on
the
your
gut.
crotch.
Yeah. Number 5 on the top 5 Tate list for me is Child.
What?
Thought that would throw you by surprise. And I actually don't have the Lose This Life album. No, but this is kind of cooler. This is the single of Lose This Life.
You just want to show that out.
Of course I would just want to
It is
show it
cool.
off. It is cool.
Yeah, that's
But yeah, Child is number 5, and it just narrowly beat out Lose This Life. Child is kind of like a prodigal son story, and so I think the lyrics just really kind of hit me. I feel like it hits people stronger that are like not following God or have walked away from the faith. And I think that the melody on top of the lyrics really kind of bring out the emotion.
A lot of themes on Lose This Life are about either walking away from God and coming back, or just feeling distant from God, I've noticed.
Reconnecting, Numb.
Yeah. That's about it.
That's it. The Christmas song.
My number 5 falls into that category as well. God, Can You Hear Me?
Really? Now that's surprising.
That chorus, like he
Yeah.
is soaring
Yeah.
vocally.
I feel like I remember you saying that when we were younger, that you really liked the chorus.
It's a song that goes, yes, God is out there, I believe, but things really suck right now, and it doesn't feel like he's there. I love the line, I know that you hold tomorrow, but I need you here tonight.
Yeah.
I think one can read the lyrics as someone who's having severe doubts, which, not to get personal, but I can definitely relate to.
Number 4 on my top 5, Wait.
Oh,
Guess
that's
that.
my song.
I know it's your song. It's your song because back in the day, I was always crazy about the song Free Will. And you're like, no, Wait is so much better because he's just belting out. I was like, I'm gonna wait for you. We're rockers at heart, right?
Can't you tell?
We love rock.
We like to get jiggy with it.
Well, I don't know how to respond to that. Maybe I was just had a little bit more animosity towards it when I was younger, but
Because I liked it so much?
no, I don't think so. I think I connect probably emotionally to some of the other like softer songs. Now looking at it as in like listening to the album today, Wait's a strong one. That's a strong one.
My number 4, Wait.
Seriously?
Did
Really?
you think it would be higher?
I did. I thought it'd be like number 1 to be honest.
Starts off with a rockin' guitar riff, an explosive chorus. Tate screams, nice screaming by the Tatester. The choruses are nicely built up by 15-second long acoustic-driven verses,
Yeah.
which I like.
Yeah.
A lot of songs, the verses, you're just like waiting.
For the excitement to
And
come.
so he spares us just 15 seconds of a verse and then we get back to the rockin'. It's not a song that is overthought, it's not too touched up, and that's all it needed to be.
Just to talk about Wait in terms of where it sits in the album too, like it's in the deep section of the album.
It's one of the last songs, I think.
It's one of the last songs, and there are a lot of softer songs that lead up to this one. So it's like you're listening to soft song after soft song, not that like they're bad or anything, but then you get hit like with this punchy rock song. It's like, oh yeah, dude. Number 3 for me would be Alibi. It's just a great opener, I think. You say you love me, yes you do, but I know who I'm talking to. You left me so lonely, empty. Very powerful lyrics there. Again, Tate with powerful lyrics.
And it was the first we heard of Tate via DC Talk solo. Won a Grammy.
Well, it's not the first I heard of Tate.
Oh,
Spy,
but the
Spy was
world.
the first song I think I heard from Tate when you showed that to me in your basement.
That's a very specific memory.
You weren't wearing a shirt or pants.
Number 3 for me, Spy.
Oh! I knew it! I knew it was there.
Musically, this is just one of the most exciting songs that I think he's made. Starts off with a Mission Impossible-esque guitar riff before blasting into thunderous guitars by Pete Stewart. I feel like Michael's vocals hold back for the most part until a small part in the bridge and then the very end. And I think it makes it more effective when he does let loose. The chorus itself, I wouldn't say is very aggressive. You treat me like a spy.
Right, yeah.
The aggression comes after that with that guitar.
Right, it's like around the chorus.
Yeah. He croons with an aggression, Michael does.
Number 2 on my list is Lost for Words. So Lost for Words is just a really catchy song. It seems like songs that are like kind of depressing, like he sings it with it not being depressing, if you know what I mean. Like it's like
Musically, it's very bright.
it's bright, it's poppy, and it sticks in your head. I think the lyrics are very relatable, trying to communicate something and not coming out the way that you want it to. So very relatable.
Empty words. I respect the fact he says empty in that song, and he says empty in Alibi.
Yeah.
And then there's a song called Empty on Empty. I like that. If
Love
you're gonna
empties.
title your album a word, use that word. Anyway, on Extreme Days, it's lost the number 4 words.
Oh,
And it's a completely different mix.
seriously?
I don't know if it's an earlier mix or they remixed it for this album, because on this album, it's a bunch of more aggressive songs. And so, except for Entertaining Angels, why is that on here? They cranked the guitars up, way up for this
Really?
mix. Borrow it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Some of the things that are more buried in the Empty mix are more prominent in that mix. So it's worth listening to.
Number 2 for you. What could it be?
It's a tragedy. American Tragedy
Wow.
from
Okay.
Empty.
Yeah. Okay.
So this-
Respectable.
Yeah, thank you. So this is an anti-racism song, but done in 2001. So when it wasn't a trend. It doesn't feel pandering. It doesn't feel like virtue signaling. This topic, I mean, DC Talk has written numerous songs about this very, very topic. Tearing down the walls.
Segregation.
So it's not a new issue for Michael to be singing about.
Yeah, my skin is brown.
Yeah, he says that.
Those, I mean, I think it's a great song, but the lyrics, it's just like, it's just a little too.
Is that too on the nose?
I think so, for me.
I think this is the darkest song on the album, and I think it's very effective. I love that one of the last lines of the song is, "The questions in you are the questions in me, and I'm no closer to answers than you are to me." I take that as him saying that the solution to people hating each other is, I don't know. And I love that honesty. And it's a very catchy chorus.
Track number 1 is obviously Numb. It is
Wow.
Numb. Absolutely Numb.
I thought it was gonna be Free Will.
No. Without a question, Numb just blows every single song out of the water. Every song out of the water, including your number 1, which is probably Numb. Because it's a rock song, but also it's very dynamic. There's a lot that's going on in the track. You got a rap that's going on by the frontman Pillar.
From Rob Pillar, Rob Beckley.
You've got "We're drifting, we're sinking," that little part,
The bridge.
which sounds like something off of Supernatural. I think that there's a
Hey.
connection to DC Talk that's embedded within that track. You
Okay.
got that scream that's in there too. Voice so ship it away. Chorus is just strong too. Oh, we know, catchy. It's just an all-around great track. It's got so much going for it.
It's a good song. I think that was like my number 7. If it wasn't, I'm just gonna lie and say it was. Number 1 for me. Lost for Words.
It's a great song. Great song.
The chorus to me is the catchiest chorus of his entire catalog.
Yep. Agreed.
Besides Numb, of course. The production on this song is extremely dense, which I love. I love an overproduced song that doesn't sound overproduced. I would say that Lose This Life, while the fine album, feels a bit more condensed, mono. Empty, production-wise, is very full.
Ironically.
Listening to these songs for this review, and I heard some things that I didn't notice before.
Yeah, a lot to appreciate even after tons of listens.
I know that, last year and beginning of this year, we've all been afraid of COVID, but since 2001,
Where's this going?
There's been a song that's even been more infectious, and that is Lost for Words.
Just gonna leave. Ugh. Well, that is our top 5 for Tate's discography. If you like this video and have suggestions about other albums that we should rate or other artists' discography for us to rate, let us know in the comments below. We'll see you in the next Half Price Review. Later.